Unfortunately, English is not pronounced as it is written. Katie, I know. And so that can make pronunciation one of the biggest challenges and frustrations among professionals that want to master English and speak like a native, which I know many of you want. To accelerate fluency, to feel more confident, to materialize a career opportunity in an English speaking scenario. And in this training, stay tuned because we are going to review and fix mistakes of 15 words that you're probably mispronouncing. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Francisca from English to Thrive. You can follow me here on Instagram, and you're going to want to stay tuned because not only are we going to learn some new words, but we're going to also learn the meaning, and we're going to learn to pronounce correctly with American pronunciation. So before we start, I want you to write free guide, and I'll send you my free pronunciation guide in which you can learn about our system, the system that we use inside of our English Confidence Method coaching program. I so relate with pronunciation challenges because as a non-native English speaker myself, yes, I am a non-native English speaker. I had to learn to pronounce like a native, and it's become such a powerful tool for me to feel free, to feel confident, and that is what I want for you too. Now, I clearly remember being in my classroom when I was learning the traditional way, and let me know if you can relate. And I remember seeing this word, scissors. I know it sounds so basic now, but I was like, oh my God, there are so many S's there. I remember going to the classroom and feeling like absolutely frustrated with not knowing how to write and pronounce these words, because trust me, sometimes words in English can be a little bit crazy. All right, so number one, comfortable. Comfortable. Now, there is a part in this word that is silent, which is the fur, okay? And what that means is that it is not comfortable, it's comfortable. So what I advise is that you, in the part of like the F-O-R, start like doing this little sound, fur, fur. Do it with me, fur. And then say comfortable, comfortable. It needs to be like that. So it's not comfortable. It's actually 3 syllables. So it's comfortable. Now, a little sentence, and this is part of what I teach as well, so bear with me, is you need to be comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. Or like you need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay, and talking about comfort, I have an amazing video which is how to step out of the comfort zone in English. You can check it out right here. But yeah, so repeat it, comfortable, and use it in the next sentence. Now, the next word, salmon, and that's actually what I had for lunch today. Salmon, salmon. There's a silent L there. So next time you're gonna use a sentence like, okay, let's have some lunch. Let's have some salmon. Remember not to say salmon. Say salmon, salmon. Repeat it. Salmon. It's a silent L. So be careful when you're talking with native English speakers. Do not say salmon. It's gonna make you sound not native-like. You're gonna feel a little bit less confident. And believe me, it's okay to make mistakes. But now that you know them, correct them. Okay? Salmon, salmon. Also, as you'll learn, you're gonna find patterns with not only salmon but almond as well. It has a silent L, and this is why it's so important that you listen to English a lot, and day by day you're going to realize patterns, and you're going to see more words like salmon, almond, so you don't make those mistakes again. Number 3 is a word that's stuck in my mind because I used to do a lot of spelling bee when I was growing up, and it's actually an exercise that is the SoundCloud spelling technique. I talk more about it right here to like learn vocabulary, to learn the spelling and all that, and to learn how to pronounce even. But I remember seeing that word and I was totally fascinated by it. I was like, how do I pronounce this? And it is schedule. Okay, so next time you're going to go to work, you have to stick to a schedule so you can finish all your tasks. Okay, you have to stick to a schedule so you finish all your tasks. Okay, now you can use it next time that you go and you're in the workplace. Schedule, in fact, there are 2 pronunciations, the American one and the British one. So the American one is schedule, schedule. And the British one and Australian, I think as well, is schedule, schedule. What it's not, it's schedule. You don't say it like that. You don't say schedule, you say schedule. You don't say scheduler. You don't say like it's written. It's schedule. And try and next time that you like pronounce it, try and clap. Schedule, schedule. Like a little game. Schedule. And for that, we also use the sound and clap spelling technique. Now, a little reminder so you download the guide, write free guide and it's selling your way, and how we teach the fantastic pronunciation system. And I also talk about it in this video right here, is that we learn a lot with sound, the sound memory, and then what I call like the phonetics thing, the in-between vowel state. Now, what we do with our students inside of the program is that they take a word like schedule and they repeat it in parts. So schedule, 5 times. Try it. Schedule. Another 3. Schedule. Okay, until it's 5 times, and then you say schedule, schedule, and it becomes a lot easier. And remember, like with the habits and the patterns, if you repeat words every single day, then imagine how amazingly you'll pronounce. It's only like the fantastic pronunciation system in the guide. And once you learn patterns, then it becomes a lot easier. And what I advise as well as a tool is that there is a tool in Google in which you can put, like, for example, schedule, pronunciation, and then you can even see how it's like written. You can practice it. It's an amazing tech tool that you can use with Google, and you can even learn some new sentences. Now, number 4, and this is even tricky for native English speakers. Carnal. Okay, you write it as a Corlonel. Imagine that, and you don't even pronounce an L. So this is about memory, and this is what I talk about in the system as well. This is about memory. So next time you see it, you have to remember is kernel, okay? And it would be like 2 syllables. You can even clap kernel. So kernel, and it's crazy, right? It doesn't make any sense, but that's English. that's the amazing thing about English. But anyway, kernel, okay? And the sentence could be, in fact, if you try and make sentences and sometimes you don't come up with them, you can go to Merriam-Webster and they'll use plenty of examples. But it could be something like, okay, colonel is a senior military officer rank. Okay, it's a little bit too formal. Or my son's a colonel, he's starting work next month. The important thing is that you remember that there's no L, it's a little bit of an R. Colonel, okay? Remember that. All right, word number 5, and this may seem a little bit basic, but we always have to remember the basics. When you look at the word Wednesday, when you look as it is written, you'll see Wednesday. And by the way, who watched the series Wednesday? It was amazing. I loved it. Props to Jenna Ortega. But yeah, Wednesday. Remember not to say Wednesday. It's Wednesday. So it's not 3 syllables, it's like 2. Wednesday. And you can clap again. Wednesday. Okay? Wednesday. And that is a word that, again, you may be thinking, well, that's too basic. But in the heat of the moment, meaning that when you speak and when you get a little bit nervous with native English speakers, these kind of things sometimes go out of the window, meaning like you forget because of nerves. And so remember next time, Wednesday. Okay? Do not make the mistake of saying more syllables. All right, so word number 6, debris. And believe me, I don't even use this word like ever. But it is interesting because it ends up in S, and it's a silent S. We don't even use it. So next time you say it, debris. Debris is like garbage. And if you go into Google as well, you can put like debris pronunciation and you can practice it. And actually have an example of a sentence, but I even had to look it up because I never use this word. But again, it's like, After the earthquake, rescuers began digging through some debris in search of survivors. So have a look at that. Word number 7, and this is fascinating, and it is totally related with my experience of when I did my master's degree in England. And by the way, if you want to know more about the story of how I actually used English as a tool to grow both personally and professionally, you can check out like the info below, and you'll see like free masterclass. You can click it and I'll send it your way as well. But this is really close to me, and when I learned about this, I was fascinated and I fell in love with English even more. And it is the word, by the way, okay, so if you read it, how would you read it? I bet you're thinking reading, right? Well, not necessarily. Think again. It is reading if you say I'm reading 2 books now, but the word is reading if you're talking about a town in southern of England. And yes, I studied a master's degree in English for a year, and this is when the sound memory aspect comes in the pronunciation system that we use inside of the English confidence method, because it's all about the memory and the context. So if you're going to say Reading is a large town in the south of England, then you are going to pronounce it as Reading, okay? But if you're talking about reading books, and by the way, now I'm reading an amazing book that's called The Psychology of Money. It's amazing. It's by Morgan Housel. And again, you always need to think of the context as well, so you don't make a mistake. And when you go to England, people are going to be impressed that you'll know, and you're not going to say reading, but reading. So be careful. Number 8, receipt. Okay, so next time you go to a restaurant, you're like, okay, I want my receipt. Or like when you buy something, I want my receipt. Remember not to say receipt, okay? The P, again, you don't pronounce it, silent P. Do not say receipt. Say, okay, I need my receipt because I need to show it to my mom. You know, she asked me to buy certain stuff, so I need the receipt. So yeah, receipt, not receipt, receipt. And again, this type of things are going to become more natural to you the more that you listen and the more that you repeat them as well. They need to become a habit. If you want to learn more about habits in English, I have an amazing video, an amazing training. You can check it out here. But yeah, it's receipt. Number 9, luggage. And as you can see in the video with one of my students, it was one of the words that he was like, I am so happy that I can pronounce it correctly. Now I say luggage, and it is all using like the system. And next time you see it, remember that it is not luggage, it's not luggage, it's luggage, okay? And it is a little bit complicated because, and this is what we're going to talk about in the system as well, it is that you don't say it as law or lu, it's luggage. It's between the U and the O, and that is where the in-between vowel state comes into place within the system that I created. So luggage. And then what's great is that all the words, well, not all the words, but most of them, when it's ended in AGE, like storage, for example, you already know how to pronounce it because you have a model. So luggage, storage, remember to pronounce it that way. Number 10, okay, we're 5 words away. Clothes, okay, clothes. It's actually just one syllable. Many people think that just because it ends in an ES, it's like clothes or something, and it's not. It's clothes. And you can actually use the word, you can say clothing, but you can also say clothes. It's like, I love buying clothes. I love buying clothes every day, which is not my case, by the way. I hate buying clothes. But anyway, clothes, remember. And you can even clap to remember. Clothes. Like, look at the form of like the clothes. All right, so before we reveal the last 5 words, write below, comment below, are you excited to finally learn how to pronounce these common mispronounced words? I hope you are. And do not forget to download the free guide. Just write free guide and I'll send it your way so you can use the system. All right, so espresso. By the way, I am obsessed with Sabrina Carpenter and her songs, and I released a video in which I analyze her song, Espresso, to speak like a native, to learn English. You can check it out here. But again, when you look at the word, you might see an X, but don't pronounce the X. It's not espresso. It's like espresso. Espresso. Thinking about as if it's like the S. Think about the S and it's like repeat it and say espresso, not espresso. Espresso. All right? And by the way, love me some coffee. And for all of my entrepreneurs and business owners and people that are figuring out their niche, yeah, so it's not niche, it's niche. So for example, my niche is ambitious professionals who want to master English like a native. They want to build sense of confidence and capitalize on a career opportunity coming their way. So that's my niche, English mastery for professionals. It's not niche, it's niche. So next time you're discussing like a business venture, remember that word, niche. 13 is often. And that is something that I've even made mistake saying this word. And it is a silent T. So it's not often, although you may hear it sometimes, but the correct and most common pronunciation is often. So it's like when you say, I often eat chocolate. I often eat chocolate. Okay, your mind is gonna want to pronounce it T. Don't. It's like I often eat chocolate, or like it would be better to say I often do exercise, but chocolate is really good as well, especially dark one for like the serotonin levels. Now, 14 is jewelry, and with that as well, it's like the first word that we learned. Remember what was it? Comfortable. It's not jewelry. It's jewelry. It's like 2 syllables. Jewelry. 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 Repeat it. Jewelry. Okay, so it's not jewelry, it's jewelry. And with that, I would say I never buy jewelry. Look, I don't even have earrings. I never buy jewelry. Okay. When in doubt, break down the word, as in what we do with schedule. Also like jewelry, and then it will be easier for you to remember the pronunciation. And the last one, it is the perfect word to end this. It is pronunciation. Okay, so I teach pronunciation, and then sometimes because we have the verb to pronounce, then I'm like, okay, pronunciation. No, it's not pronunciation, it's pronunciation. Look at it, how it's written, and this is the word in which, yeah, you do pronounce it as it's written, kind of, because it's not pronunciation. Okay, the verb is to pronounce, but the word is pronunciation. So remember, pronunciation. And there you have it, 50 words you were probably mispronouncing, some common mistakes. I get it, but now you can rewatch this as often as you want, and then you will pronounce them correctly. Most of all, you will feel confident while pronouncing. And I just want to note this: there is no perfect pronunciation. The pronunciation is not what matters most, but that you feel confident speaking. That doesn't stop you from capitalizing career opportunities, which is what we teach inside of our program. But it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to make yourself clear. When your communication is not clear, when your accent hinders you from communicating correctly, that's when we have a little bit of a problem, okay? So you have to keep that in mind. But remember, practice makes perfect, okay? And with this, my invitation to our coaching program, English Confidence Method. We have new spots this September. We work with highly personalized clients to provide them personalized attention. As you can see on the screen, we have a community, we have a methodology, and we're looking to work with really committed students that want to speak like a native, want to build a deep sense of confidence to professionals, and that want to materialize a career opportunity in an English speaking scenario. So if you're in a company and you're like, oh my God, I want to grow, I want to be promoted. In fact, this is one of the results that we've had from one of our students lately. As you can see, I want to grow professionally, but I think that my level of English is not native, like I cannot communicate confidently. Then this is for you. Book a call below and you can apply, and we can see if you're a fit for one of the spots this month. All right, so I hope you're excited about the plan of this video pronunciation. I hope you're excited about the invitation. Again, you can book a call below. And if you have any questions as well, DM me, feel free to comment below. I'm here to help you. And do not forget to like and subscribe and share this video. Share this video with professionals that are struggling with pronouncing, because I know how difficult it can be to learn a language and feel like you don't have any guide. So I hope this really helps you, and watch this next. watch this video about, it's an in-depth training also of like secrets of American pronunciation and also another skill that's necessary to thrive in an English speaking scenario professionally and personally is to think in English. So you can watch this video next, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.